Hello YouTube, Osman Slicer here. Sorry for the late update. Been real busy the last few days, so I haven't had really a chance to do it at all. Either way, this third episode of Cryo Cores of the Ice Barrier, and this segment we're going to be covering the remaining three tributes that the Ice Barriers have, seeing as we've covered the generals. Now there's three additional ones. Um, Admittedly, two of the three are not that useful unless you use them in specific decks or just as tech. But the big one overall is Daisojo of the Ice Barrier. Most people recognize how good he is because of the fact that he prevents your opponent, either player, from destroying the Ice Barriers by spells or traps. So Mirror Force is useless against you, Lightning Vortex, Dark Hole, uh, all that stuff's good, and as well a few other examples, of course, that you can think of. The other good thing about him is you can have a dark hole of your own, and it makes it a Raigeki. So it opens you up to be able to attack completely on your opponent very easily. The other two, we have Medium of the Ice Barrier, which for all intents and purposes is Great Shogun with less attack and sometimes a little bit harder of a summoning condition, especially now with the latest stuff the Six Sam's got. But she's still a pretty decent card. I ran her for a while in my main deck. However, I decided to take her out due to how the game is progressing right now. It's been more issues with monster effects in my region, whereas spells and traps haven't been that big of a deal. So I decided to switch her out for Cryo. Then we have Royal Knight of the Ice Barrier. He looks really cool, but he's not the most useful out there. There's a few uses for him, which I will detail more specifically at a later date, because he is one of the more central cards for a deck that I have planned to show you guys. But for him, when he is Tribute Summon, Special Summon one Ice Coffin token, Aqua type, Water, level 1, 1000 attack, 0 defense, and attack position to your opponent's side of the field. This token cannot be used for a Tribute Summon. So, it's kind of iffy on using that one under most circumstances because of the fact that it provides your opponent with an additional monster, which is very problematic nowadays. So most of the time, if you do use it, you're going to have the issue of your opponent utilizing it for synchros. So you can't use it for a tribute, and then of course you can't use it with an exceed. So you've got those issues. But he's got a decent attack for a 1 tribute, being 2000. It's not spectacular, but it's not bad. But other than that, overall, he'll be actually very usable in a specific Ice Barrier deck that I have not actually seen detailed online anywhere. I may be wrong, but I haven't seen it anywhere. So, look forward to seeing that video regarding that type of deck. Though, sadly, we've got quite a ways until we get to that point. At least probably 2 or 3 episodes before we see that one. Because in the next few ones, we're going to be covering probably more of the attackers, then more of the defenders, and then more of the supporters of the lower levels. Then we also have to cover some of the spells. So we've got a little while until we get to that. Either way, Osman Slicer signing out.